The Alberni-Clayoquot Regional District is situated in the heart of Vancouver Island, with one of the most majestic landscapes. The combination of mountainous topography, a wet maritime climate, and large protected areas of cultural and ecological importance creates challenging conditions for traditional waste management practices that include landfilling and hauling of waste to recycling and organics processing facilities. The Alberni-Clayoquot Regional District, or ACRD, is a federation located within the traditional territory of 10 Nuu-chah-nulth First Nations and includes several municipalities: the City of Port Alberni, the District of Tofino, and the District of Ucluelet. There are also 6 electoral areas. With over 33,000 residents spread across its 6,600 square kilometers, management of local solid waste involves many moving parts, which the ACRD manages through a program called Sort'nGo. The Nuu-chah-nulth sacred principles addressing respect, taking care, and recognizing everything is one for people and the land have been adopted by the ACRD as their guiding principles. In British Columbia, regional districts oversee regional landfills and transfer stations. There are 2 waste management areas in the ACRD which are called waste sheds: the West Coast and the Alberni Valley, which includes Bamfield. A waste shed is simply a region that manages its own waste and recycling services. Each area has its own landfill, transfer station, composting site, and 1 or more recycling depots. Let's first take a tour of the Alberni Valley Waste Shed. The largest facility in this waste shed is the Alberni Valley Sort'nGo Centre. This facility, which is more than a landfill, is located in the Sichat territory and also serves as a waste transfer station and recycling depot. It accepts a wide variety of recyclables from the over 20 provincial recycling stewardship programs. These programs were established under the province's recycling regulation, which holds producers responsible for the end-of-life management of the materials they supply. As a result, recycling of materials for many of these programs is free or at a reduced cost, giving incentive to participate. Accepted materials at the Alberni Valley Sort'nGo Centre include Recycle BC materials. This is a program for packaging and paper generated in homes rather than businesses or from industry. It collects 5 separate recycling streams: paper and cardboard, mixed containers, including plastic, metal, or paper containers, flexible plastics, foam packaging, and glass containers. The City of Port Alberni collects the first 2 streams, paper and mixed containers, from 6,700 households every 2 weeks. The electoral area of Beaver Creek, Sichat, and Hupetcheset also receive curbside recycling pickup through the Recycle BC program via a private collector. Of the materials that Recycle BC receives through collections within the province, an impressive 94% are recycled. The Alberni Valley Sort'nGo Centre also accepts commercial mixed recycling, commercial cardboard, and commercial foam for a fee. Tires, both on and off rim, are accepted. Major appliances, such as stoves and refrigerators, are part of the Major Appliance Recycling Roundtable, also known as the MAR program, and are free to recycle. Electronics, small appliances, and power tools are free to drop off for recycling through Return It Electronics by Encore Pacific. Product Care Stewardship receives paint, some household hazardous waste, smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, as well as light bulbs for free recycling. The centre also accepts car batteries, scrap metal, and empty propane tanks. Those looking for a bike can visit the Bike Share Shed to salvage bikes otherwise headed for recycling. This location hosts the Interchange program for recycling used motor oil, antifreeze, oil filters, and empty oil containers. In addition, There's a collection available for used cooking oil, as this is not accepted in large volumes in organics curbside carts. Mattresses are collected and recycled locally at Recycle Matters, a Port Alberni social enterprise. Between 90 and 95% of materials from each mattress can be recycled, which saves resources and critical landfill space. Clean wood waste, separated out from construction and demolition materials, can be disposed of for a reduced tipping fee. Gypsum from drywall can also be recycled. Yard and garden waste and food scraps can be dropped off at this location as well. The Alberni Valley Sort'nGo Center also hosts a landfill, which, at current disposal rates, will reach its capacity in 2089. Over half of the materials disposed to the landfill in 2023 could have been kept out. This gives the region room for improvement through increased participation in Sort'nGo's curbside cart collection program and depot drop-off services. The City of Port Alberni's curbside organics collection is processed locally at a privately owned and operated earth, land, and sea compost facility. Curbside organics are processed and plastics and other contaminants removed where possible. Plastic produce stickers, plastic containers, and even plastic bags labeled biodegradable or compostable are not allowed in the local organics program. 10% of the finished compost is made available to the city for use in local projects, and residents can purchase finished compost at Earth, Land and Sea's public facility. Port Alberni also hosts a large recycling drop-off depot called 3rd Avenue Recycling Depot. Residents can drop off Recycle BC materials here as well. Glass jars, foam packaging, and flexible plastics like bags and snack packaging don't belong in your curbside cart. They're welcome at the recycling depot instead. Why? In the truck, glass and foam can break apart, making the entire load unrecyclable, and flexible plastics can get tangled up in the machines. So keep these tricky items for the depot and help our recycling program run smoothly. Beyond Recycle BC materials, residents can also drop off a number of other recyclables, including paint, smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, light bulbs, small appliances, and electronics. Household batteries and cell phones are accepted as well. There are special collections for books, which are not accepted in the Recycle BC program, and for clothing, which is donated. A small bin for scrap metal is on site for metal not accepted through the other recycling stewardship programs. Within the 3rd Avenue Recycling Depot building, there are 2 projects involved in waste diversion. The Reuse Store is a social enterprise that aims to keep functional items, such as tiles and other renovation materials and furniture, out of the waste stream. Since opening in 2024, 50% of the items donated have found new homes rather than being sent to the landfill.
What we've done is we opened in January 2024 and we take donations from the community so that they have a place to bring things that they want to get rid of. They don't want to sell them, they don't want to bring them to the landfill, they can bring them here.
Above the Reuse Store is Makerspace, a buzzing nonprofit hub where creativity meets sustainability. It gives makers access to affordable tools and a shared workspace to bring ideas to life, often using discarded materials like plastic waste. Thanks to a major grant and cutting-edge equipment, they're taking recycling to the next level, transforming plastics once thought impossible to reuse. Due to its more remote location, the Bamfield area of this waste shed is home to a small transfer station and recycling depot. This site relies on residents' active participation to ensure efficient use of collection bins. All 5 Recycle BC streams are collected here, along with scrap metal, including major appliances and empty propane tanks. There is also a share shed, enjoyed by locals as a place to drop off or pick up gently used clothing, books, household items, and electronics. Now let's head 100 kilometers down Highway 4 to the West Coast Waste Shed. The rugged beauty of the West Coast attracts an increasing number of visitors annually, which has a significant impact on solid waste management facilities. In 2024, Tourism Tofino reported that there were over 711,000 visitors to the West Coast. As a result, a significant portion of this waste shed's garbage comes from activities connected with the tourism industry. In fact, 78% of the waste at the West Coast landfill comes from businesses, industry, and institutions rather than from residents directly. To reduce our waste and increase the life of the West Coast landfill, it is important for businesses and industry to separate out food waste and recyclables.
Hello! Welcome to the West Coast Landfill.
The West Coast Landfill is the primary facility in the West Coast Waste Shed, and it hosts more than just a landfill. This privately run, ACRD-owned facility also offers a number of recycling programs, including on- and off-rim tires, scrap metal, which is free to dispose of for recycling. This location also has a dedicated bike share shed, which community members can add to or salvage from. Major appliances, such as stoves and refrigerators, are part of the Major Appliance Recycling Roundtable, also known as the MAR program, and are free to recycle. Mattresses are set aside for recycling through Port Alberni's Recycle Matters, an important diversion opportunity in a region with a strong hospitality industry. Car batteries, electronics, small appliances, and power tools are also free to dispose of for recycling. Commercial cardboard is accepted for a fee. Clean wood waste, separated out from construction and demolition waste, is rewarded with a reduced tipping fee. Being a coastal region with much boat activity and aquaculture, a significant amount of ocean plastic finds its way to local shorelines. The West Coast Landfill is fortunate to house an ocean plastic depot, funded in part by the Ocean Legacy Foundation. Marine plastic, including rope and netting, can be dropped off for recycling and prevented from re-entering the ocean ecosystem. The West Coast Landfill site is now turning curbside food and yard and garden waste into high-quality compost. After rigorous testing in 2024, it's now available for purchase under the Sort'nGo brand. Remember to keep stickers and plastic bags, even if labeled compostable, out of your organics cart. This helps keep our finished compost free from plastic. In a partnership with Ocean Legacy Foundation, Sort'nGo offers 20-liter ocean-salvaged plastic buckets that can be filled with local compost available for purchase. The West Coast is home to a local bear population. This makes it important to properly secure curbside organics and garbage Sort'nGo carts until the day of collection. If carts must be stored outside, they need to be properly secured. Not securing carts is the #1 reason carts get damaged, as bears will drag them away. Anchoring mechanisms such as chains and cables, along with secure electric fencing, have proven to be the most popular tools for securing carts outside in this region. Storing carts in sheds is not ideal. Most sheds are not designed to be secure enough to withstand a bear, unless the shed has also been outfitted with electrical fencing. Store carts in a well-lit area or area with motion sensor lights. Bring your cart to the curb on the morning of collection, no earlier than 5 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Bring your cart back in as soon as possible after pickup. On collection day, unlock the carts and hook the latches together to reduce damage from swinging. Remember, proper cart storage helps save wildlife. While Recycle BC materials are not accepted at the West Coast landfill, curbside Recycle BC materials, including paper and mixed containers, are collected through the 3-stream curbside collection program from over 1,700 households on the West Coast. The Waste Shed also hosts 2 drop-off locations for Recycle BC materials, including the depot-only streams of glass containers, foam, and flexible plastics. Of the plastics recovered by Recycle BC, an impressive 97% are processed in BC. Every time waste isn't sorted or recycled, it ends up in the landfill. And here's the big picture. At the current pace, the West Coast landfill will be full by the year 2062. Building new landfills is extremely expensive. So what's the solution? Make this one last longer by reducing our consumption, reusing resources where we can, and participating in local composting and recycling opportunities. A recent waste composition study revealed something surprising. 73% of what goes in this landfill could have been recycled or composted, almost 3/4. If more of us join local diversion programs, we can keep valuable materials out of the landfill and extend its life for decades. The West Coast is also home to 2 additional recycling drop-off depots. The Tofino Recycle BC Depot accepts Recycle BC materials only. Materials from all Recycle BC curbside collection and Recycle BC depots are transformed into a variety of new products and packaging, with most processing happening in North America. The Ucluelet Recycling and Bottle Depot has additional materials accepted for recycling, including return-it beverage containers that can be returned for a deposit. Paint, smoke detectors, and carbon monoxide alarms and light bulbs are recycled for free through product care. Electronics and small appliances, as well as power tools, may be dropped off at this location for recycling and is also free. Thanks for joining us on this tour of the Alberni-Clayoquot Regional District's waste facilities. We continue to work hard to improve our local waste management and are finalizing a draft of a brand new 10-year waste management plan. This will be sent to the province for approval. What's it all about? Cutting down on garbage, promoting zero waste, and making reuse and recycling easier for everyone. One of the biggest goals? Keeping food scraps and recyclables out of the garbage so we can reach our waste reduction targets. And this only works if we all pitch in. With your help and our drop-off and processing sites, we can make a real difference for our region together. Let's turn waste into a win, because every small action adds up to a cleaner, greener Alberni-Clayoquot.